Hey guys, and welcome to another racing-based preview of this Saturday's racing action. Massive weekend with 5 Group 1 races. So joining me as usual, I've got Rick Chapman on the other line. Rick, welcome. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm very good. Cannot complain. Brilliant racing last weekend and I won. My football team won the grand final on Sunday and brilliant racing again this weekend. So how can you possibly complain?
Well, you can't, mate. And all we can do is get some more winners this weekend and keep the cheer going. So let's kick straight into Caulfield. We've got 4 Group 1s there. The first one, massive field in the Caulfield Stakes. How are we possibly going to find a winner there, Rick?
I rode during the week because there was a lot of baggers of this. And I am old enough to remember that big Faloo Rain Lover race and how it captivated everybody back in 1970 or whatever it was. But if Hayes and Dabney trio pull out he or she and there's only 2 left in it, that I think adds even more luster to the race. I can't wait for it. Winks wins easily, we know that. But I just think if they crawl, he's going to be hard to beat, Blackheart Bart. He's an honest, really tough, good weight for age horse. But I can't see how Winks can possibly get beaten. And I'm seeing today somebody's offering $3. Is a Crown Bet offering $3 for Wings to win? Just blows your mind. Is that Christmas?
Well, I'm going to have to take a look at that, Rick, because I looked yesterday. I didn't see they had that promo up. Ladbrokes had $2. So I agree. Surely Winks wins this. But I did a piece on bettingpro.com.au on how you can make a guaranteed profit on the race. So there's a staking plan on there. It was $72 outlay. And with a couple of promos from the bookmakers, you can back each of the 3 runners, regardless of who wins. You'll make either 18 if Winks wins. I think it was 66 or 46 profit if he or she wins, and 230 if Blackheart Bart wins. So for the smaller punters out there, if you want to outlay $72, there's no way you can lose on that race. Even if 1 or 2 horses are scratched, 2 are scratched, it's a non-race. If any of them come out, you still make a profit. So it seems like a no-brainer to me. It's just free money.
Yeah, arbitrage.
Yeah, and a few people said, well, why don't you just put the house on Winks because that's free money too? Well, that's not exactly free money. It's pretty likely, but this staking plan is absolutely guaranteed to make a profit. So, Winks for both of us in the Caulfield Stakes. Let's get on to the Guineas. Kick off with 1,000 Guineas. Which of the fillies is going to take that one out?
Oh, look, I think it's actually a pretty good renewal this year, the 1,000 Guineas. I see Gay's horse going forward and setting a solid pace, and but I can't see her keeping going. Miss Rock was very unlucky last start, and she's primed for this, so she's going to be right in the hunt. I think she'll be flashing home. La Luna Rossa was a brilliant run first up, the Kiwi horse, but I'm on Fox Play. I think the Sydney horse is really good. I think she's got more than a touch of first class. Grade 1, Group 1 in class about her. And if Huey gets cover, which you think he should, off barrier 5, then I think she just flashes home. She got knocked from pillar to post last start by a horse who finished 3rd in a Group 1 race at its next start, and yet she just toyed with it once she finally got balanced up and out. So I'm on Fox Play to win. I've had a big place bet, La Luna Rossa at I think I've got $3.70, and Miss Rock will be flashing home for 3rd.
Yeah, I agree there. I think Miss Rock is the one to follow out of the Melbourne Brigade. She's been set for this, Rick, so she's ready to show her best. But again, I'm with you with Fox Play. I think she's the classiest filly in this race. As Darren Flindell said last time, she did a chopper rescue to get out of that tight pocket she was in, and she got out, charged to the line in the dying stages of that race and still won. So she's got some class about her and can take this one out, I think. So Fox Play for both of us.
Yeah, and she did it easily too. Once she found the lead, she just pricked her ears and canted to the line. So there's more than a touch of class about her, and I think the extra trip's going to be in her favour too. Anyway, now to the Colts and Geldings. Whoa, what a race.
Yeah, well, you tipped Sacred Elixir last time, Rick, and luckily I was on Saracino, but I had a saver on him at $11, which was not a bad saver at all. You sticking with him?
Absolutely. I think he's a super horse. Super horse. I think this time next year he's going to be right in the fray for Cox Plate contention. I am very impressed with the growth and improvement curve of Impending. And incidentally, he stands to be the best result in terms of breeding. He's going to be worth $20 million off his pedigree if he wins. So Godolphin will be wanting him to win. He's a outstanding racehorse, Impending, but I just have a feeling, even more so than Fox Play, that this fellow, Sacred Elixir, is something right out of the box. And if Damien Lane can get cover with him, which he should, back in about 5th or 6th spot, and finds clean air in the straight, he just sprints too quickly for Impending. And I think they'll finish in saddlecloth order. Good Standing will flash home to get 3rd, and Divine Prophet, number 4, will get 4th. So I think it's a very simple race, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, you look at that last run. I don't think he had any right to win that, Rick. He's on a derby path. Resuming over that trip, he's just, he won. It shows that he's better than them. And he'll be better suited here. That run under his belt, his second up runs have all been good. So there's no way I'm dropping off Sacred Elixir, who I thought was the best horse last time, but just things were against him, I thought. So kudos to you for sticking your neck out and going with him at 11s, but he does look better suited. And I can't believe the odds they put up about him still. He's still 650. So, when you line up the form, and you've got Russian Revolution that's come down from Sydney and taken on some of their Melbourne horses, we've got a bit of a lineup. Russian Revolution went back, beat a Stern last week, and I was on Russian Revolution, which was good at 11s as well. We can line some of that form up, and Sacred Elixir's now beaten some of those horses, and the form stacks really well, I think, for the Melbourne Colts and gelding. So, and when you look at that, Sacred Elixir's the standout of those. So at 650 or 7, if you can get it, I think he's the one to back.
Yeah, I think he's stealing money. I think he's as good a thing as perhaps Winks is.
Yeah, I agree, Rick. And I'm not discarding Saracino either after that last run. I was on him last start and he had no luck. He's a sort of horse that needs to get to the front on the turn and just build. He's more of a grinder, but he wasn't afforded that opportunity. He was just pocketed, and I'm not sure whether the 1600's right up his alley or not, but if he can find the front somewhere on the turn, I think he'll be in it for a long way, but I think Sacred Elixir just wins it running away.
Yeah, I worry about Saracino getting the mile. I think against quality horses, he'll struggle a bit. Speaking of a mile, the Turac's a beauty.
Yeah, okay, well, let's get into that one. Who you chipping in the Turac, Rick?
Oh, I changed my mind 17 times. All week I was tossing up between Easy Rocky and Tavachi. And then when I did the form, that was just looking at the field. But then when I did the form, I really like counter-attack now. So I've switched camps and I've become a counter-attack fan. I think 3rd up, he's going to peak. He's a quality horse. He's a Group 1 horse, and he'll show he's got nothing on his back. And, yeah, he was pretty unlucky last start. So I'm on him to finish over the top of Hizaraki, who clearly is an improving type and quality racehorse as well, and is going to get a glorious run. But if he sits back in about 2 or 3 pairs behind the lead, he might have trouble getting out, Hizaraki, which might make him a little unlucky. Got to look at the way the race will be run. Awesome Rock's a very good horse, but big weight. But he'll be right there. And Tavachi, obviously, with no weight, he'll be right there too. But I'm not tipping with a great deal of confidence, but I'll have a little each way counter-attack. Well, probably a fair bit each way counter-attack, given that I'll be in front by the time we get to that race, if all the other, ships line up. But so counter-attack for mine to win from Hizaraki, Tavachi, and of course Royal Rapture is in glorious form too, so he's going to be right there too. Fantastic race, probably 2 lengths from 1st to 10 when they cross the line.
Yeah, well, this is one I'm quite confident in if Hizaraki gets clear running, Rick. That's, as you mentioned, where he's going to get back, maybe 3-4 pairs back on the inside. Getting clear is my only concern, but if he gets clear, I've got no doubt he's the horse to beat. First up from a spell this campaign, he ran 124.14 over the 1400. Now, there were 4 1400 metre races on that day. 2 of them were run roughly 12 lengths slower. The only one that was near his time was the Group 1 Memsey, which is Blackheart Bart. Blackheart Bart ran marginally quicker, Both those horses were first up, but that's solid form, that Memsey form. So He's Our Rocky then comes out, carries 58.5 kilos and blows away Le Bon Sir, who was carrying 51. And we spoke recently about weights, especially big weight differences. The only other horses that carried near his weight in that race finished back at the tail of the field. So to carry that big weight against some quality horses who are not top grade at the moment, but that was a Herculean effort from him. If he gets clear running on Saturday, it's all over. He's Our Rocky wins. So, but that's the query. Does he get clear?
And then that's what stopped me in the end. As I said at the start of this, he was my top pick from Tavaci. And then when I did the form and looked at where they'll be in the run, you just know counter-attack's going to be swooping. And He's Our Rocky's got to weave a passage between them. But he's an emerging talent, He's Our Rocky, and a very good one at that. So not at all surprised to see tip him and not at all surprised to see him win. But I'm banking on the fact that counter-attack will finish out wide and free of dramas.
Yeah, he's got to be in one of the top chances for sure. And also, we've got Toast and Stardom for Darren Weir. We don't really know how good he is under the guidance of Weir. So he could run a big race. And Bon Oram, his last couple of wins have been sensational. He's in this really poorly at the weights. But it wouldn't surprise. Top weight's actually got a pretty good record in this race. I think the last two editions have been won by something with 58 kilos, or it might have been two of the last three. So it's not a massive factor in this race, the weights, I don't think. But others meet him better, like Thames Court. He looks primed to run a big race too. But yeah, I've got He's Our Rocky on top.
Yeah, there's 48 chances, and it's a really tough race, so you got to have an each way bet. But no, that's our job, is to tip them, and that's how we see it.
All right, how about over at Randwick? We've got the Spring Champion Stakes. That's a bit of a cracking field there as well for the 3-year-olds. Who's going to win that one?
Well, it's actually a very good Champion Stakes. The race has suffered a bit over the years because the horses go down to Melbourne too soon. But there's no standout superstar, with the exception of probably Yankee Rose, but she's a filly. But it's a very even field, that's for sure, very even field. I think the gloaming is going to be the race that we look at as the major form line. I don't think Yankee Rose can win because I just don't think she's come up as well as she was. And tough 2,000 metres against tough 3-year-old colts is going to be tough for her. But saying that, she's very smart. She'll run a place. I'm on Prized Icon. I thought he was... I'm going to go with unlucky, but I thought he was slaughtered by the ride last start. And he's a very big horse and he's a very strong horse. And I think 2,000 will suit him down to the ground. So I'm on him. I don't like Swear. Just don't think he's up to them at 2,000 metres. The Godolphin horses, Retaliation and Honey Wine, will be there. And Tumultuous was very unlucky, caught on the fence there last start and couldn't really get a crack at them. So he's going to be there too. But I'm going to go with Prized Icon to win in what will probably be a blanket finish. Yankee Rose, because of a class, will get home strongly for second, and Retaliation will hang on for third. But not much in the finish, and I hope I can get about $4.20 for Prized Icon, because I do think he was stiff last start.
He was absolutely stiff last start, Rick, and he's currently around the 390 mark, so that's not far off of your $4. These stepping up to 2,000 metres, a lot of them for the first time. It's always a query. The one thing with Prized Icon is last time when he was going for that run, he got stopped dead in his tracks. I think it was in the last 100 metres he made up 3/4 of a length after being stopped in his tracks. So to do that over 1,800, to be able to pick yourself back up again and finish the race off, that tells me he'll have no problem at all getting 2,000. Some of them other horses were just grinding away over that trip, so they might just fade off a bit. He was unlucky last start, and I think he'll atone for that effort, Rick. Prized Icon, a clear standout, and with Yankee Rose, as you said, no filly's ever won this race, so that definitely goes against her. But I agree, she might be charging home for second, and the others you mentioned, Honey Wine, I think Valadero's got to be in there as well. There's a few of them lining up for the minor prize, but Prized Icon, a clear standout for mine.
Yeah, that's how I assessed it too. unlucky, yes, but he was made unlucky because the ride was just horrid. But anyway, fourth up, he should be rock hard. He's just a big bone and muscle horse. He'll shoulder them out of the way this time, drawn perfectly. Belladera, if they leave him in front, as they did in the Glam, he's pretty tough. He might take a bit of running down, but yeah, good race. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, the other thing is as well, Rick, a lot of these horses haven't had lengthy preparations previously where Prized Icon has. I think he peaked fourth and fifth up from a spell. I think fifth up from a spell he won the Group 1 Champagne Stakes last campaign. So, you know, he's a horse that will cop a longer campaign. He'll keep improving. So he's got a lot of things going for him on Saturday, and he is a standout. And $4, I think, is pretty generous. So if I was pricing that market, I would have had him around $2.50. So I'll take those odds and cheer him home.
Very much looking forward to the first race of the day at Renwick too, to see Snitzel's little brother Showtime going around. This is a pretty good colt, this, and if he runs up to his trial and his work, he should be winning this comfortably. He's pretty smart, Showtime. So if we can get about $2.80, $3 him, it'll be a good way to start the day. But so looking forward to the day.
Into $1.90 everywhere, Rick.
Think we'll make money.
Yeah, $1.90 or shorter. He is everywhere, Rick, now. So
Showtime.
Showtime, yeah, $1.90.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Worse in other places. So
there's a bit of a boom about the other one, Louisa, in that race, but off their trials, it's not going to get near Showtime.
Right. Anything else on the program that stands out that we should be having a crack at, Rick?
Oh, I think that's enough, isn't it?
It is a lot, absolutely.
Look, it's an interesting question. I'm just looking at the field now. I saw a horse run in the bush about a month ago called Urella Flight, and it's in town for one of those highway races, and it's about 40-1. So I'll probably have a little each way in race 4 called Urella Flight because it's got nothing on its back. But that's about it. I think the big bets will be the two Guineas races and Prized Icon and Showtime if we can get even money.
All right. Well, look, I think there's an absolute standout at Caulfield tomorrow. That's in race 2. The Robert Hickmont trained Assign. His peak pattern suggests he's ready to peak tomorrow as well and run a big race. And he did all the donkey work last start for his stablemate who got the better of him and won by a couple of lengths and has come out and since franked the form, Almandon. He looks really well thrown into this race, but now I'm a little bit concerned because I heard Daniel Stackhouse talking yesterday and he said that he saw Prince of Penzance working during the week. And he said that Darren Weir has just turned him around. He said that horse hasn't looked better and he's absolutely flying. So he said he's worried about Prince of Penzance and he's at $13. So I think Assign wins. I'm sticking with my judgment, backing Assign, but I'm going to have a saver on Prince of Penzance in that race.
Well, that's a good question. Where's he racing on the weekend, Prince of Penzance? Is he going to race at Caulfield or is he going around Cranbourne Cup, which he's got more of a chance in?
Well, by the sounds of it, he was going to go into the Caulfield race.
Yeah, very interesting when they dual accept like that. To answer your original question, there is one that I really like. I think the bet of the day is the Godolphin horse Handfast in race 6 at Randwick. I think he's pitchforked in, absolutely pitchforked in. And being race 6, I'll have a bit of cash in my pocket. So it'll be going straight to the corporates for that one. So it's just got a good feel. And Sydney is just bathed in 31 degrees sunshine today. So you know the track's going to be lightning fast tomorrow as well. So, yeah, just nothing can put a dampener. Pardon the pun, on my enthusiasm.
Yeah, good tracks, good racing, and hopefully plenty of winners coming.
Yeah, exactly right.
All right, well, that's this week covered. I think we found a few winners, and I'm pretty confident we have. So fingers crossed, we'll clean up and bash the bookies on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, good luck to you, and good luck to everybody else watching. I hope you've been following us. We've had a few winners lately, and I don't think there'll be any exception this weekend.
All right, bye for now, everyone, and we'll see you back here next week for next week's preview.
Yeah, goodbye. All the best.